Hey guys, it's been a minute. We've not done any trading. Oh, sorry, we've not done any videos, but I've been trading behind the scenes without recording anything. But today, I feel like I should share something. This is not just a new bot or something, but there are people who usually ask how to trade on a small account. Now, this bot I'm going to use, it's called the Angel's Hand. The Angel's Hand is already there's a video for it, and this account only has $70. But this $70, we've moved it from 27 to 70 within a span of I think 1 or 2 days. 2 days, and I will share with you the secret of how to trade with a small account. The first thing is you need to have a nice board. Number two, you don't have to stay in the market for too long. Now, there's someone who asked me to do a video on how to do digit analysis. So I'm also going to do that in this video. And this is the link, binaryanalyzer.com. Then on this board, we are using volatility 75 index. So you come here and go to that volatility. Now you check for example, someone who wants to do digit even and odd, you just you can do the average over some time. Maybe you just count how many we can see even numbers are appearing to be the most. You see even numbers, though we have odd numbers, but the most in terms of appearances, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see if we go for digit even, chances of winning are very high because we are having most of them appearing. But there are no guarantees in terms of digit even odd. You need to know that. But also, this is per tick, and this when the bot buys, it takes another a few seconds or microseconds before it goes to opens another trade. So in case you see this kind of odds here, maybe you will lose once, then you can win or recover. You can see we have so many even numbers. So that's how to check. But what you are looking at in terms of the bot I'm using, the bot is doing digit over one. This is the bot. The prediction is one, and the trade type, sorry, contract type is digit over, meaning we are purchasing over one. Now, since I have a small account here, we are just going to make small bits, small bits. So you go to you've analyzed, then you can also you can always confirm this line here. This is what is showing the current ticks. Leave alone these other lines. This one, you can see you check the last digit. This one, where the tick is, you focus on the tick, then the last digit. You can see most of the numbers appearing are over one. So chances of winning over one are very high. When you also compare here, 0 and 1 are appearing once in a maybe in a long time. So when you're doing that trade, you're sure. So for me, I usually say you can make like sorry, I'm going to stop. Have your target profit a very small amount. Here it's set to 20. This is a figure you can always edit. So I'd rather make $2 times 5 other than wanting to make $20 in one session. So you can have your take profit as maybe $2. Then you can stop loss, and the others you can leave them. So we are making $2 per session, and we're going to have, so we can run and see, because $2 is going to be like 10 rands, and 10 rands you can find that all the 10 runs you're going to win, or maybe you are going to lose once and recover. So you just need $2. Those are 10 runs maximum. Per session, make 10 runs and then see. So let's see. Our target is $2. Once we hit our $2, we rest or we can do other stuff. So far we are at 6 runs. Our target is 10 runs to give us $2 or 2 point something dollars. So don't overrun. This bot is nice. This bot is nice. You'll find that maybe all the 10 runs are wins. And there we go. We've gone for 9 runs and we've hit our goal of $2. Now you can see that $2. How much time have we taken? From 12:55 to 12:55, still within 1 second. Within 1 minute. How many seconds? 8:56 minus 8. That's around 48. Let's say close to 50. Close to 50 seconds within 1 minute. Is it? Yeah. Within 1 minute, we've already made our $2. Now, what do I do since I have a small account? Don't proceed. Don't proceed because that way you might find that the market changes. You can see now, if we go to our analyzer, the market is still okay. The market is still okay. If we go over one, the market is still okay. The market is still okay. You also confirm, check using the tick. This tick here, the numbers that appear at the end. What numbers do you see there? Are they one? You can see now it's changing. One appearing. You see 4, 6. We go back here and check again, looking for appearances of 0 and 1, and you can see they are very minimal. Even if you lose, your recovery is going to be somehow guaranteed. Now you can choose to go back to the market and make another $2, or you can exit. So what you do here is you go back to your after analyzing and you see that it's okay. You can always go back to your bot and now maybe increase your target to 4. You stop and run. Now we are looking at making another $2 and see. Now you see the market, we've started having losses. That's why I always recommend once you make your profit, exit the market, go do other things. Go do other things, because coming back you might find yourself starting to make unnecessary losses. Okay, the good thing about this bot, you see, we have losses coming in. So it's always recommended once you win. So like this, I'm not going to proceed. You can stop your bot and have the profit, because now these losses are starting to come in. Now that's why the reason people with the big accounts, they make the most, because you can see when we made the first run, we had 9 straight wins. 9 straight wins from here to here. Yeah, from here to around this place here. Here, all were wins to this point. 9. Now assuming we were staking high, we had a big account and we were staking high, and this bot pays you 23% of your stake. Assuming we were staking, like maybe this is someone who has a big account and they were staking, let's say $10 or maybe $100 or $50. With 9 wins, this person exits the market. You see that all are clean, all are clean wins, and they will come, they will sell to you the bot without giving you the disclaimer of not staying in the market for too long. Why? Because you have a small account, maybe you're staking 0.35. For you to make a reasonable amount, will be needed to make so many runs. But this other guy, since they have a big account, they make like 10 runs, or sometimes they make even less than 10, 5 runs, and they're taking. Let's now. Uh, I'm going to use the virtual account to illustrate what I'm saying. I'm going to. You can see we've made when we started, we've made our $2.66. But the reason I've stopped is I realized these losses are coming close to each other. So there's no need of continuing to prove anything. But you can see in the first 1 minute, we had already made $2. So you exit the market, you analyze, or you can do other things, come back and trade again. So you find that you've had so many sessions, and at the end of the day, you can see now we're having 0, 1, 1, 1 appearing most so many times. So you know that that market is has changed based on what strategy you're using. It doesn't just mean to be one. It doesn't have to be one always. Depends on which strategy you're using. For example, there are those who use over five. Over five, we have eight, eight. Then you lose here eight, 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 six. At least those are numbers of five, eight, eight, six. So you lose in between here. There are so many times you are going to lose because here you will be forced by all means you'll have to lose. And here too, depending on what entry spot you chose, at what instant did you buy your first contract. You might find you are winning, you might find you are losing. So depending, like right now, if I was in the market, this was a sure loss. I At no point was I going to evade this. This was a must loss. But the good thing is that here I would have recovered since the bot is doing over one. So at least I would have recovered in between here. But this one is these three losses is a sure bet. I would have lost either here or here. If I lose here, it buys I would have all lost here. Then maybe recovered along the way. Here is also some kind of a must lose because you're doing over one. So guys, I was to illustrate something on how these guys with big accounts manage to make a lot of money. For example, I'll go to my virtual account. That was a real account. It has only, I started running it yesterday. It had $27. Right now we have $72, and I've made these $2 illustrating what I usually do, and this is a real account. So if you do, let's say this person targets like they want to make, let's say $20 in a day. It's very possible because you can make this two and you have 10 sessions. You make $2, you leave the market, you go do other things, come back, make another $2, make another $3, make $1, and you find that the market is changing, you've started getting losses, you exit. That's how to play around with this binary trading. Don't don't push yourself too hard because you've seen someone maybe they've made $1,000 or $100 or whatever amount, and you also want to push yourself to that extent. No, for me, I'd rather have a small amount, $2, $2, $2, until I get to what I've targeted for the day, other than wanting to make that money in one session. So that's something you need to learn, and always stay there. Stay there. Don't run the boat and then you go to the market, go to China Square. You're going to shop. Now you've left your bot running in the house on a laptop because you have Wi-Fi and it's connected to the charger. It won't go off. So you expect when you get to China Square, you're going to withdraw money that you'll have made in the process, and you do your shopping. You'll be shocked. You'll even have to find fare back home. So guys, be there because this is something you don't use a lot of effort. This is something that is very simple. Uh, Simple. Let me expand. There are those people who usually complain that my numbers are very small. I don't know. Maybe I need to find a way to be zooming in, but that is special cases. Not everyone is uh, has asked that, but at least if I do this, I see you can. So if you hadn't seen quite well, the first within the first 1 minute, we made 9 sure runs, and everything was okay, no losses. We hit a goal of $2, but when we left and came back, we started with a loss, recovered because this board has a split martingale. The martingale is 5, but it has a split martingale, so it does twice. And you can see I had to stop it manually because now I'm illustrating. I'm trying to train people on how to run small accounts and don't not to blow them. Now, once you've done that, you've left the market. Now let's go. Let's. I wanted to illustrate how these guys with big accounts make a lot of money, and then you get yourself under pressure, or you also want to do the same. You also want to make. In fact, they will sell you their bots. Some of them are very nice. They will send you the bots, but something they won't tell you is that you're not going to make as much money as they do. One, because of the kind of accounts you have. Always check how much you have in your account. For example, if you have like this account I'm using for illustration, I used to have yesterday. Yesterday it had $27. Right now it has $72. There's no one point I've had to run it for it to make $20 in a run or 50 or no. I've been making $2, $1. I leave the market, I do other things, come back now. Using the same bot, I want to illustrate how these guys with big money make the angel's hand. It has a split martingale, meaning the martingale is split into two. But if you want it to do martingale once, you just edit these two once. It will do 5 once. It won't split. But that one is risky if you have a small account or if you are staking high. Now, for example, let's say this person has how much? Let's just use 400 and 450. That's a relatively big account. 450, we stake 5, and win amount is 5, and stop loss is maybe let's just have it as 100, and profit is also how much? Let's make it 50. Now, if we make it 50, relatively this person has 400, so our stop loss, let's also have it because we are doing the martingale once. Let's move it to 150. Now, this person runs this bot, and let's see how much they make in the first runs. We are staking 5. 5 is a small account still, but let's see how many runs is this person going to make for them to make some good money. Like, let's say how much? We say, okay, 50 is a bit high because we also don't need to stay here too long. You see now, the bot is purchasing 25. It's not doing twice. The martingale is not being split into two because behind here, I said split martingale to only once, not twice. Here you can say 3 times or 4 times, depending on how many times you want the bot to go for it to recover. But we've decided we are going the big way. No, because this is a virtual account, you see, we are having so many losses. Unlike the other time when we had 9 sure runs. Now, this is an illustration of someone who has a relatively not so small, because $490 is not a small amount. So you'll find that this person, in a few runs, they are able to make some good money. Because for us, for example, for us to make $50 as our target, we need to make close to 40 something runs that are wins. Let's see. Let's see how much time we're going to get to our $50 as our target. And this is one of the fine bots, though it's not prone, it's not a loss proof. You'll see the losses, you'll see them there, but the recovery is also nice. It's rare you get double losses. It's rare you get the double losses. So we are already at $16. So this is if someone has close to $500, you can use this bot. Although I'll suggest if you less than $1,000, you use the split martingale. You see, like that part where we have double losses like this one, it becomes very, very unfortunate in case this was also going to be a loss. It becomes very tricky because those double losses can wipe your account. So stake an amount you know you can simply recover. You still have enough balance to recover, and we are moving. Though we are having, if compared to the other runs, we are having loss win recovery, and we proceed. But this bot is based on the time. Let's check our digits the way they are appearing. You see, one is not appearing so many times. You have 0, 0, 1. So all these are going to be wins. You can hear that sound. If this is the entry spot, we've lost because this is 0. If we go back to our site, our trading, you see it was 0. So you can also approve that, you can confirm that this analyzing tool is performing, because we lost when it was this 0 here. And you can see we are not losing any other. So we wait here. When we get this one, the reason we are losing either here, there's a point we should lose here. Let's see which number saved us. 4, yeah. 486, skip to 1 and 0 because it takes some like 1 or 2 seconds. So we are at that something. So if you find someone selling you a bot and they're making this kind of money, maybe $50 in a few, let's see how many minutes, how much time. We started at 0836. Let me expand for those who usually say that the digits are so small. We started at 10856. So far we are at 1313. That's close to 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes we have our $43. So let's see how much we said. $50. Let's see how much time. So you can see this is a clean sweep. Now, what others do when they want to sell a bot, they only take a screenshot of this part here, where they have so many wins, and then don't show you where they got double losses. So you'll come in, you'll be so happy. Oh, this bot I want, yes. But for me, I will show you the losses and prepare for 1 or 2 consecutive losses so that you don't lose everything. So let's see our $50. For example, if this person wanted to make how much? $100. And what I would advise, if you've traded and you've gotten close to your target like this, you can always exit. You don't have to wait for that 0.0 something dollar. You see, now we've lost $5. Leave. When you're here, you can stop it manually. Don't continue. Don't continue trading. Yes, we've hit our target, yes, but there's a point we had 49.9 something, and just waiting for it to show us that we've hit our goal. Yes, the bot has stopped. It costed us this $5 here, and it could be so unfortunate you've lost this 5 and you also lose this 5, and then the bot demands $150 because there's a point we lost twice consecutively here. The bot needed 150. Yes. Now you are risking all this $175 just looking for a 0.0 something. just so that you can see your bot has, so that you can see that market has gotten you the profit you wanted. If let's say you targeted $50, and by the grace of God, at you get like a clean sweep like this one here. All these are wins. All those were wins. All those were wins. And then we got to 49. Uh, my advice is, my recommendation is, stop manually. Just stop. Just click there. The bot will stop by itself, so that you don't expose yourself longer in the market. Then you come to get this kind of stuff. You see, this is something we should have avoided if we had stopped the bot. But now, the reason I let it go is because we are using a virtual account, and the purpose is for illustration, so that you get to understand the things you need to do. So, one, you can see here I was taking $5, but on the other side I was taking $1. Why? Because I told you we assume this account to have had 490. We are just using we assume the 110, 490, because this is close to 12 million Kenya shillings. So we just use something that is also realistic. 541. If you stake $5, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. That time it was 490. 490. Uh, if you stake 10% of your account, which is 5 of 490, still fair enough, and don't stay in the market for too long. So, guys, that's how you can always adjust. You can always check using this. I can always, the link is here. They don't have an application. Just add another tab, type there binaryanalyzer.com, then do your thing. Now, using the same bot, someone asked, how do you change to even? Using the same bot, let's clear this because I think that one is understood. Uh, let's Now you come to the same boat, and let's say you've observed and you see, like right now we can say so many odd numbers are appearing. So you go to your boat and go under digits, you go over and under, you go to even and odd, then you specify that you want even. Now for those who have this boat called the angel's hand, the martingale should not be 5, the martingale should be 2.1, and you can have it being done twice or once. So this one we leave it as to once. So the rest can stay. Let's see. I've said odd based on the observations I'm making here. You can see that we have quite a good number of numbers. So this one, the payout is high. What did I do? I said odd. I said odd. Why is it even? Oh, sorry. Should be odd. Should be odd. Then we run. I was wondering because this should have been a win. Uh, okay, let's just proceed. Let's see. But also don't stake that high, especially if you're using odd and even. Don't stake that high. So that should be a win. Let's come here. We see odd, odd. That should be a win. Yes. So this is even, we could lose. There could be a loss. Yes, you can hear there's a loss because we've had, that's a win. So you can see this one, less than 10 runs, you'll have your, that's how you check the odd numbers. The appearance of an odd number, the chance of having an odd number is always 50%. So this one you're going to lose. If this one we're going to recover, not unless it passes. Yes, we've recovered. Chance of losing is 50% because an odd number appearing against an even is always 50%. And that's why the payout is high. Payout is close to 96%. Payout is close to 96%. And this one you're going to have less than 20 runs. You're going to have less than 20 runs to make your money. chance of losing is there. 50% chance of lose of having a loss. But if you've made now this is what my recommendation is. If you are at $44, stop. Always have this part in a way in a position you can stop your boat. Okay, we've recovered and we've hit our target. Now let's see wins against losses, so that we see if we analyze the market. Yes, you can see we've had just 17 runs, we have our $50. And it was a 50-50 thing, 50-50 kind of thing, because it's just one loss, one win, one loss, one win. So that way, I think the market was a bit fair. All numbers were appearing, not one number appearing at once. So if you do that, you can see $17. Now, so far on this account, on this virtual account, we've made $100. The other strategy, which took us long enough, and this one that has taken us, let's see how much time, from 13:18, that's 1:18, to 13:20, 2 minutes, we have our $50. So guys, you need to know the strategies, and I've not changed the boat, I've just changed the strategy. The same way applies to, still we can make it. If now, if that someone had, let's say you had 400, so far you've made $100, I don't think you need to continue trading. But now this is an illustration of what you can still do. Now you can come in and do digit differs and matches, then come here, say differs, then come here, win stake. I live it. I always like 5.1, 5.1, so that it pays us 0.5, 5.1. Then now the martingale is going to be 11 or 12. Then you can have the martingale done twice, so that it doesn't go so quickly. Now we are looking at a digit different from zero. Yes, you can leave it at zero or at one or whichever. So you choose a figure, a prediction that you feel will not appear more frequent. Like you can see, one is not appearing so many times here, so you can have our prediction as one. Then of course our target is still 50. Then you run your bot. So this is how to use one bot for different strategies. Don't sit there and start crying, my bot does not do, or I don't know how to do it. Okay, you don't know how to. Now this one, for us to make $50, we need to make 100 runs, which is very tricky, because for 100 runs, it means you're going to expose yourself to the market. The risks of getting some loss is also very high. But you can make, for your 50, you can make maybe 20, come another time, make 20, make another 20. So this is what I usually do. You can see, most of the time the first runs are always wins. I don't know how. The first 10 runs are always very smooth if you've loaded a bot or you've changed a strategy. So far we should be at how much? Yeah, we've lost because our prediction was digit differs. So this is a win and another win, so that we recover. Now this was just to recover what is lost, but we've made another dollar in there. We lost 5, we made something. So you proceed, because our martingale is 12. So for us to make $50, we will need around 100, which you can still make if you have a good account. In case of anything. Here we go again. Differs one, and now we recover second time. We move now to making. So if you make that, that's how to use the same bot, different strategies. So I think with that, I've shared something for this new month, and I know those are people will come asking for this bot, and I'm tired of telling people that I'm not giving bots for free. because you can see the time someone takes to build a bot that pays, like this kind of a bot. Before you include the split martingale, the strategy, which one should do what. There's a lot of time that dedicated to making these bots. So if someone tells you they are charging some fee, you should also understand that it's because of the time that we take to create this kind of bots that you also have to appreciate. Now, if you have purchased a bot and then you come to me and tell me, okay, sir, you sold to me and I need maybe a different one or I need another one, that one can be talked about. But don't just always want free things. No, you won't succeed. Someone will send you something that will clear your account. For me, I'd rather not send you at all, at all, at all. Not that I don't think if it's okay to send you something that is not fine. So for those who wanted to learn how to use the digit analyzing tool, you can come here. You can see I predicted one is not appearing anywhere here because you check it for some time. We've lost because one has appeared here, but we are going to recover because all these are different numbers from one. That's a recovery, and chance of recovering right now. This one we could lose again. Yeah, chance of losing one is around right now. Yeah, you see we have lost. If you hear yes, we've lost because there's one here. So it's very simple. So we can stop our bot because we've made $16. You stop there and before you even stop, gone. But that was just for illustration purposes. And you can always now you wait once it has recovered like that, you stop. How do you know? Because you just check this number is not. If you're using one tick, the number here and the number here are always the same. You can check that 150, you see, the same. So once you see here a number that is not one, you know that that is a win. You can close and you close while the bot is still in between buy succeeded and contract closed. Because if you wait for it to make another purchase, it will have to complete that purchase, whether you switch off your internet or what, it will give you the result. So always stop the bot when it's here. So let's see our new strategy, how much we've made. Our new strategy, we've made $17. I like checking time. We started at 13:23 and we stopped at 13:27. Within 4 minutes, we have $17, and we've not had this one is this is close to how this out of 30 out of 40. Let's count it as 42. 6 out of 41. Let's see the percentage loss of that strategy calculator. So it's always good to know which strategy is paying, but 6 divided by 42, 41 is equal to what? Huh. So that is the loss. So the win rate is the opposite of this. Win rate is 35 out of 41. Win rate is 35 divided by 41. Then we convert that to percentage to see the win rate. 85% win rate. So that is okay because we did the analysis and looked at the number that is not appearing the most. And you can see the one is not appearing still. It's just coming once, then disappearing. So that is the number you go for. If you find that it starts appearing close to each other like this, maybe this was a loss, recovery loss. Of course, there's a one, you're going to lose one. It can't lose here, then also lose here. Because if it loses here, it takes some time. By the time it's making a purchase, maybe you are at 4. So you have to learn these things. So I think with that, I've shared something and some insight. So if you have a small account, don't force yourself to like do so much. No, just move slowly, 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 and finally you will be there. So with that, those who need this bot, there's my number there. You're going to contact me, then we see the way forward. So with that, I think um, someone who has a question will just reach out and we see how we're going to help each other.